Today, Precarious plays
The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask.
Hi, spooky, scary gut wound friend.
Yeah, I made a mistake last time. Whenever he did a hard right, I thought he flew inside. It's not the case. It's weird, I was right the first time. Because I thought that he was going to take us on a trip. Back to, like, the smithy zone. And as it turns out, that is the case. Now make sure that you give him time to stop at area transitions. And put the, Lens of Truth back on.
Okay.
Otherwise, you can, like, zone without him, and then he resets. So just be wary of that. All you have to do is put the Lens of Truth on and approach him. I don't even think you have to speak to him.
Ooh, so like here, is he gonna go in?
No, you have to put the lens on, and then approach him, and then he'll fly through.
Okay.
And just do that each time until you are back in the smithy zone, and it should become very apparent where you're supposed to go after that. Oh, I'm sorry. It looks like you have to start off doing that as well. Like he's right there. You need to. Okay, the white wolf is reset.
Okay.
So do you have this unlock?
I think so.
I'm going to talk about something that occurred to me while I was playing Prey the other day. You still have a fairy,
You had
right?
to ask. Yes, I have a fairy.
Okay, you're fine then. I was playing Prey the other day. It is a grandchild to... Careful, don't run ahead of him. Because if you transition and he hasn't, then I think he'll reset.
I'm worried that he might reset if I
Man,
use a fairy too.
Oh, I see.
I had it still on.
You told me you had this unlock, and now I can't even remember what I was talking about. Something about praying? Probably wasn't important.
I'm just gonna swim now.
There should be a fairy near that tree that you can get.
This one?
Yeah. And that little snowpaw. Remember, if you're having trouble
There we go.
collecting things, taking the bunny head off will give you finer motor control.
Yeah, I think I have to jump these suckers.
Yeah, good luck with that. I'm gonna talk about other shit. I was playing Prey, which is a descendant of, like, System Shock and the original Deus Ex. I think that genre of, like, usually first-person... Oh, just use the Lens of Truth. First-person games that, sort of set up a lot of rules, and then they present a problem at a time. Once those rules are established, then they introduce multiple problems at the same time, and you just have to work within the rule sets that have been defined to come up with solutions to your own problems. I was thinking about how much I like those games, because I like System Shock 2. I'm actually a fan of the first two BioShock games. I know a lot of people crap on BioShock 2. Good job.
Psychic? Who's fucking psychic?
Well, I mean, it's just, I feel like it's like a 1 in 4, because I mean, the first and the second, I don't know how many times it branches, but at the very least, you probably just nailed like a 1 in 6 kind of chance.
I'm psychic.
Oh, yeah, yes.
The hint, it was me. I'm psychic.
I think that BioShock 2 has a lot of room for like the core mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
It afforded the player more room to play around with them. It was like a trapper's paradise.
Poor guy.
Like I remember that there was sort of like a whirlwind power that you could put on the ground as a trap, and then you could fire almost any other plasmid into that to fuse the two, and it allowed you to make like these psychic landmines.
Ugh.
And you could wind up with some very sophisticated setups where like the first one might just be a basic fire damage trap or whatever, like electric damage trap.
What's the healing song?
No, and that's off key, but
Yeah.
but it's sort of a
Da-da-da.
it's sort of a discordant song, I think. Anyway,
Yeah, it's weird.
it's
He
very
seems to be terrifying as usual.
it's pretty but sad.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I didn't want to open that dang menu.
You could like have a landmine type trap that was infused with like the captivate power that would turn enemies to your side.
Mm-hmm.
You could set up like tripwires and landmines. It was nuts. It didn't do a great job of expanding on the story or the world necessarily, which is I know that's what a lot of people were interested in with the first BioShock.
Dude's face just fell off.
No.
I mean, I know it's gonna be a mask. Yeah, I got it, but that was weird.
I'm glad that I was thinking about games talking over that scene, otherwise I'd probably have started crying.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Sad. Ah.
Although it is a little bizarre, because what put him at rest was seeing, like, the cheers, the joyous adulation, right, of his people. But it's written on his grave, man. All they had to do was turn around. They already think of him as a hero.
It's written, wait a minute. Wait.
Oh, it's probably written in
A minute.
Deku. It's probably written in pig tongue.
Yeah. I need to put on the bomb mask and see what happens.
Ah, yes, the ancient gunpowder script.
Oh, it's not letting me exit out of this. Ah, that's terrible.
Yeah, I don't think it will on the first one. So you check that
He
information.
seems happy, though.
You check that information. Yeah, you're an adorable Goron.
What? I'm trying to read here. Check.
And then you punch it in half. Huh, you know, I didn't think about it before, but this means that the masks don't just affect Link's body, they also have to impact his mind. Interesting.
Aw. Sweet strong.
So, BioShock 2 aside, like, I like the children of Deus Ex and Thief and System Shock enough that I have gone back into the past. I have gone to those ancient, distant lands to experience, like, the will of the ancestors, you know? Like, I've played System Shock 2 to its completion. I have played quite a lot of the original Deus Ex, but I have not beaten it because the environment got a little samey after a while. I mean, it's like you can only break into so many apartments and read so many emails before it's sort of like, I think I've seen what this game has to offer.
So this is the best, and I have always wanted to be this when I grow up. He's the perfect and the best.
And the best perfect.
And the best perfect. Like, look at his hair. Look at his little eyes.
And his tiny little green loincloth accessory.
And his beautiful stature. He is just the best. Look at him.
He's got sweet tats.
That is a tiny, tiny pair of green... No, it's just a...
It's just a little loincloth.
It's a flag. Is what it is.
You gotta move that grave.
Why?
Oh, I think it might tell you if you read it, but I'm just going to...
It told me to roll.
No, there's a second line of text.
Okay.
I'm not lying to you. Go back.
Okay.
Jesus, man. Like, it's not for giggles. It's, like, required to proceed.
I just wanted to start my new life as a Goron.
This is just... We're all gonna live for 2 days, and we're going to be obliterated on an atomic level
but I'm gonna be a Goron.
But I'm gonna live those last 2 days in Goron-based bliss.
Techniques for battle. Punching. Ooh, combo punchings.
Yeah, and the ground pound is pretty good.
Why isn't there a Goron Smash Brothers character? Please tell me this. Please explain.
Because if Link...
How do you move it?
If Child Link, you go around from behind. If Child Link, Kid Link in Smash Bros. Was this one, specifically, and had his mask powers, like in a Pokemon trainer... Like quick swap style.
Yeah.
He would always win. He'd be the best character. That's why. They've got to keep it fair for everyone else.
No, they don't.
Well, you know what?
This is warm.
With all of the work that they've done for like Pokemon Trainer and other characters. Oh shoot! You know what? Here, we should sort this out later, and I've gotta finish talking about those simulation RPGs. Action, sim, role-playing, shooter games, all the genres. Talking about them.